She is noted for her innovative, socially conscious and sexually provocative records, as well as elaborate stage shows. From dominating global stages to quietly building an empire behind the scenes, Janet Jackson's lifestyle today reflects decades of resilience, reinvention and raw talent with a net worth soaring into the hundreds of millions. She lives a life of sophistication shaped by luxury estates, an enviable car collection and investments that stretch from Beverly Hills to New York, but beyond the glitz, Janet remains fiercely private, making every glimpse into her world feel like uncovering a well-kept secret. So, what does life look like behind the velvet curtain of a global superstar after decades in the spotlight? Janet Jackson has built not just a legendary career but a financial empire. Today, her estimated net worth is close to $200 million, a figure that reflects her power, not just as a performer, but as a businesswoman. A major part of her wealth comes from music, with over 100 million records sold globally. Janet is one of the best-selling artists of all time. Her hits like Rhythm Nation, That's the Way Love Goes, and Together Again continue to generate millions through streaming and licensing. Her music catalog remains a lucrative source of royalties from platforms like Spotify, Apple Music, and film and ad placements. It's estimated that her publishing income alone is worth $81 million, while total gross revenue from album sales has surpassed $260 million. Residuals and annual income from streaming licensing and back catalog deals bring in an estimated $20 million per year, depending on the timing of releases and placements. But Janet didn't stop there. Her live performances have also played a massive role across multiple decades. Jackson has toured the world with gross earnings from ticket sales totaling more than $450 million. Iconic shows like the Rhythm Nation Tour, Janet World Tour, and the more recent Unbreakable World Tour brought in over $70 million in its just months. Her Las Vegas residencies have added millions more, including her 20-time Metamorphosis run, which grossed $13 million in just 18 shows, and since December 2024 she's been selling out more dates for her ongoing Las Vegas series, proving her appeal hasn't faded. Her acting career also brought substantial paychecks. In 2000 she reportedly earned $5 million for her role in Nutty Professor 2: The Klumps, plus $1 million for contributing to the soundtrack. Earlier roles in Poetic Justice, Why Did I Get Married, and For Color Girls added to her resume and income, though not all earnings have been disclosed. Her early TV appearances on Good Times, Different Strokes, and Fame gave her a steady foundation as a young actress. Back in 1991, Janet shattered records by signing a historic deal with Virgin Records estimated between $32 and $50 million, the largest for any female artist at the time. Later, she co-founded Rhythm Nation Records with BMG, giving her greater control and ownership over her new music, which boosted profits from albums like Unbreakable, Beyond Music, and Acting. Janet has made smart business moves. Her endorsements, though mostly private, have proven valuable on social media alone. She's believed to earn $2.3 to $2.9 million a year from sponsored posts and brand deals. Notably, she prefers equity deals in the products she promotes, an approach that builds long-term wealth. Then there is her divorce from Qatari billionaire Wissam Al Mana. Though protected by a prenup, reports suggest Janet received around $200 million after 5 years of marriage, a figure that remains unconfirmed but widely discussed. An earlier divorce from Renee Elizondo in the early 2000s also cost her $10 million in settlement. Janet's investment portfolio adds even more to her fortune. She owns stakes in 14 major companies including Apple, Amazon, AT&T, Walmart, and Berkshire Hathaway, estimated to be worth around $30 million. Her liquid cash reserves top $25 million, giving her flexibility and financial power. As for inheritance, some sources claim she received $60 million under the death of her brother Michael Jackson. However, others dispute this, pointing to his will, which left most assets to his children. Whether true or not, Janet hasn't needed inheritance to secure her status beyond the millions she's earned. Janet Jackson's journey is one of artistic evolution, independence, and legacy. Born on May 16, 1966, in Gary, Indiana, Janet was the youngest child of the legendary Jackson family, while her older brothers rose to fame as the Jackson Five. Janet quietly watched from the sidelines until it was her turn, when the family relocated to Encino, Los Angeles. After signing with Motown in 1969, Janet's own path into entertainment began to take shape. Her first appearances came in the mid-1970s, performing on the family variety show The Jacksons. But it was her acting roles like Penny Gordon on Good Times and a starring part in A New Kind of Family that introduced her to American households still under the watchful eye of her father and manager Joseph Jackson. Janet signed her first record deal with A&M Records. Her debut albums, Janet Jackson 1982 and Dream Street 1984, hinted at her potential, but her creative voice was still stifled under family management that changed in 1986 when she released Control, the album that truly launched her solo career with its assertive lyrics and slick genre-blending production by Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis. Control was a declaration of independence. The album not only sold over 10 million copies, but also won 4 American Music Awards, earned 3 Grammy nominations, and made it clear that Janet Jackson was no longer living in anyone's shadow. Then came Rhythm Nation 1814 and 1989, a cultural phenomenon. Its socially conscious themes and genre-defying sound pushed the boundaries of what pop music could be. The album topped the Billboard 200, was certified 6x platinum, and made history as the first to produce #1 hits in 3 separate calendar years. The Rhythm Nation World Tour, launched in 1990, became the most successful debut tour of all time, with explosive sales, including a record-breaking string of sold-out shows at Tokyo Dome. By the early 90s, Janet had become a global icon. Her $32 to $50 million deal with Virgin Records was a record-breaking contract for a female artist in 1990, where she released Janet, an album that combined sensual themes with pop brilliance. Its lead single, That's the Way Love Goes, won a Grammy and top charts worldwide. The momentum continued with The Velvet Rope, 1997, and All 4 for You, 2001, both of which debuted at #1. Billboard named her the second best-selling artist of the 90s, just behind Mariah Carey, though her later albums, Demita Joe 20yo Discipline, didn't match the runaway commercial success of earlier efforts. They reinforced her place as a bold and evolving artist. In 2015, she returned with The Unbreakable, released under her own Rhythm Nation label in partnership with BMG, a full-circle moment that reaffirmed her independence and business acumen. In recent years, Janet has taken her legacy on the road. In 2019, she launched a 30th anniversary tour celebrating Rhythm Nation. Then in 2023, she hit the stage again for the Together Again tour, proving that her stage presence is as magnetic as ever. In December 2024, she launched her newest Las Vegas residency, Janet Jackson Las Vegas, to pack crowds due to overwhelming demand. 6 more shows were added in May 2025, yet another testament to her enduring appeal. And with all the success she has achieved, she also owns countless valuable real estates, which we will talk about later. Apartment in New York City in the late 1990s. While reaching the peak of her musical fame, Janet Jackson made a smart real estate move by purchasing a luxurious apartment at 1 Central Park West in New York City. Acquired in 1998 for $2.8 million, the 2,100 square foot residence quickly became one of her most cherished retreats. Perched high above Manhattan, the corner unit offered sweeping, unobstructed views of Central Park and the city skyline, a rare find even by New York standards. Inside, the apartment features 3 spacious bedrooms and 3.5 elegant bathrooms. A long hallway leads to an open-concept living area filled with natural light thanks to floor-to-ceiling windows that bring the park's seasonal beauty into every room. The kitchen, designed for both style and functionality, includes 2 entrances, large windows, and a breakfast bar that overlooks the trees of Central Park, an ideal setting for a quiet morning coffee or a casual meal with guests. The master suite occupies a private wing of the home, boasting a walk-in closet and a luxurious marble bathroom. One of the additional bedrooms was converted into a cozy library, highlighting Janet's appreciation for calm, reflective spaces. The layout, both spacious and intimate, reflects the lifestyle of a superstar who values elegance, comfort, and discretion. In April 2022, after more than 2 decades of ownership, Janet put the apartment on the market for nearly $9 million just a few months later. She accepted an offer of $8.8 million, more than tripling her initial investment. The sale confirmed not only her taste in premium real estate, but also her financial foresight in New York's competitive market. The building itself is part of the Trump International Hotel and Tower Complex, which provides residents with 5-star amenities. These include a 24-hour concierge, valet parking, a state-of-the-art fitness center, a private spa, housekeeping services, and even access to Jean Georges, the Michelin-starred restaurant located in the lobby. Residents can enjoy 24 hours in-room dining, a luxury that's rarely found in residential living. Janet's Central Park West apartment was more than just a home. It was a sanctuary above the noise, a space where artistry met serenity, and as we'll soon discover, it's just one piece of her impressive real estate portfolio. Mansion in Rancho Santa Fe, California. Also in the 1990s, she made a high-profile purchase in Rancho Santa Fe, an affluent neighborhood just outside of San Diego, known for its sprawling estates and celebrity residence. Nestled within the prestigious gates of the Fairbanks Ranch community, Janet acquired a Mediterranean-style mansion that embodied elegance, privacy, and resort-style living. The price tag at the time, a substantial $4 million, perched at the end of a quiet cul-de-sac. The newly constructed home sat on a hilltop, offering stunning panoramic views of the surrounding countryside, with over 9,000 square feet of living space, 6 bedrooms and 6.5 bathrooms. It was a property designed for both relaxation and grand entertaining. The estate exuded warmth and sophistication with a mix of open-plan living and classic Mediterranean details. The kitchen was a centerpiece of the home, designed with the serious cook in mind. It featured high-end appliances and luxe finishes flowing seamlessly into a welcoming family room, where a fireplace added a cozy touch, whether hosting a quiet evening or a lively get-together. The layout encouraged comfort and connection. Janet's Rancho Santa Fe home also offered plenty of space for leisure. A dedicated billiards and game room came complete with a custom bar, perfect for entertaining guests. A wine cellar added an element of refinement, appealing to connoisseurs and collectors alike. Nearby, a private office house library served as a peaceful retreat for work or quiet moments for visitors. A 1-bedroom guest house provided comfort and privacy just steps from the estate's lush pool area. The outdoor space was a major highlight, featuring a pool cabana, gym, and beautifully landscaped grounds that gave the home a resort-like atmosphere surrounded by mature trees and manicured gardens. The setting felt like a world away from the public eye, despite all its beauty and amenities. However, this particular investment didn't deliver the financial reward Janet might have expected. In '99, that she sold the property for a multi-million-dollar loss, a rare misstep in her otherwise sharp real estate track record. Still, the Rancho Santa Fe mansion stood as a reflection of Janet's evolving taste and her search for serenity beyond the spotlight. After her experience in Rancho Santa Fe, Janet Jackson made another bold move, this time returning to the heart of Los Angeles with a sharp eye for both style and smart, investing mansion in Bel Air, Los Angeles. In 1999, Janet purchased a stunning mansion in the upscale hills of Bel Air. Known for its exclusivity and sweeping views, she paid just over $6 million for the 5-bedroom, 9-bathroom estate, a property that combined timeless architecture with modern comfort. Though it served as a peaceful West Coast retreat, Janet didn't hold onto the property for long. In 2000, she sold the home to Hollywood executive Harry Sloan for over $9 million, walking away with a remarkable $3 million profit in just 1 year. It was a testament not only to her real estate instincts, but also to her ability to recognize long-term value in luxury markets. The Bel Air mansion itself was a masterpiece with its blend of modern luxury and traditional Tudor charm. The home offered a sense of understated sophistication. From the moment you entered the foyer, guests were greeted by breathtaking vistas, rolling hills by day, glittering valley lights by night. The elegant entrance set the tone for the rest of the home, where functionality and design walked hand in hand. Inside, the formal dining room stood out for its size and grandeur, capable of comfortably seating more than a dozen guests. It was the perfect space for lavish dinner parties or intimate gatherings. The home also offered 3 distinct living areas, each tailored to a different mood. A formal living room provided a refund design setting for entertaining, while a cozy recreation room featured a stone bar fireplace and Fleetwood sliding doors that opened up to panoramic views for quieter moments. A theater-style TV room with surround sound and a wine cabinet offered the ultimate space for movie nights. Upstairs, for spacious secondary bedrooms ensured plenty of room for guests or family. Each room came with an ensuite bathroom and ample closet space, blending luxury with everyday comfort. The layout was carefully considered, offering both elegance and livability throughout. Outside, the estate was just as impressive. The home sat on the largest lot in the neighborhood, giving it a rare sense of scale and seclusion. The backyard featured a solar-heated pool and spa perfectly positioned to catch the sunset. A flat grassy area provided space for children to play or for hosting outdoor events, while tall trees lined the property for added privacy. The front yard was equally polished, featuring a gated entrance, an 8-car carport and a 3-car garage for security. The home included an advanced surveillance system with 8 cameras and video recording capabilities. Following her impressive string of real estate ventures, Janet Jackson's refined taste extends beyond architecture and into her garage, where she's built an enviable collection of luxury cars that mirrors her elegance, power, and timeless appeal. Cars for Janet, cars are not just a way to get from point A to point B. They're a lifestyle choice, a reflection of status, comfort, and control. One of the most prominent vehicles in her garage is the Range Rover Vogue, a full-size luxury SUV known for its smooth ride, regal design, and all-terrain capability. With a price tag of around $85,000, it's a favorite among celebrities who demand both sophistication and power in their daily drives. Janet's Vogue delivers all that and more, with a plush interior, panoramic sunroof, and a sense of calm that matches her often private persona. Not far behind is her Range Rover Sport, the Vogue sleeker, sportier sibling. This high-performance SUV offers a more aggressive driving experience while maintaining the same luxurious finishes inside. The $180,000 per plus price tag reflects the added horsepower and upgraded tech, making it ideal for someone like Janet, who knows the value of blending performance with elegance. Her collection also includes a car beloved by purists, the Porsche 993 Carrera 4s, often hailed as one of the finest air-cooled Porsches ever made. This rare gem is a nod to her appreciation for heritage. With an estimated value of $110,000, the 993 Carrera is less about flash and more about feeling the rumble of the engines, the precisions of the drive, the timeless design. It's a vehicle for those who understand Porsche's philosophy: form follows function always. Then there's the Lincoln Navigator, a bold American SUV that balances utility and luxury, though the price varies depending on the model. This large SUV, often retailing between $80,000 and $100,000, offers spacious interiors, premium leather seating, and advanced technology. For Janet, it's likely a practical choice when traveling with staff or family while still maintaining that elevated VIP feel. But perhaps the crown jewel in her garage is the Rolls-Royce Phantom. This vehicle is the gold standard in automotive luxury, priced at a jaw-dropping $490,000. With its handcrafted interior, whisper-quiet engine, and stately presence, the Phantom is more than a car. It's a moving sanctuary for Janet, who spent decades in the spotlight. This level of peace and seclusion on the road might be its own reward. It's also a symbol of legacy. Few artists have reached the level where a Rolls-Royce Phantom is not just a car, but a fitting companion, and just like her cars, powerful, elegant, and complex, Janet Jackson's personal life has been a journey marked by love, heartbreak, and resilience. Personal life. At just 18 years old, Janet made headlines in 1984 when she eloped with fellow singer James DeBarge, a member of the famed DeBarge musical family. But the young romance was short-lived. Within a year, the marriage was annulled, reportedly due to conflicts and DeBarge's personal struggles. In 1986, Janet quietly began a long-term relationship with dancer and director Rene Elizondo Jr., someone who would eventually play a large role in both her personal and professional life. The two married in secret in 1991, keeping their union hidden from the public for nearly a decade. Fans were shocked when the marriage only came to light after their separation. In 1999 and subsequent divorce proceedings, their split, finalized in 2003, included a hefty settlement, underscoring just how intertwined their lives and finances had become. Between 2002 and 2009, Janet dated music producer Jermaine Dupri, a high-profile relationship that often played out in the media spotlight. While they never married, the pair shared several years together and were considered one of hip-hop's power couples for a time. But perhaps Janet's most headline-making relationship came with Qatari billionaire businessman Wissam Al-Mana. The two began dating around 2010 after being introduced a few years earlier. Their connection was strong and swift. By 2012, they were married in a private ceremony. In 2017, at the age of 50, Janet gave birth to their son, Isa, marking a new chapter in her life as a mother. The joy of parenthood, however, was soon followed by reports of separation. Just months after Isa's birth, Janet and Wisdom announced they were pursuing a divorce. Through all of it, early marriages, long-term relationships, private struggles, and newfound motherhood, Janet Jackson has remained remarkably composed. She's navigated the often unforgiving public eye with the same grace she brings to the stage, and while the world may know her as a superstar, her personal journey tells the story of a woman who's lived, loved, and grown on her own terms, and that journey is far from over. Janet Jackson, despite the ups and downs in her personal life, remains a powerful and enduring icon in pop culture. If you enjoy this story or sparked your curiosity, don't forget to hit like, subscribe to Iconic Spot, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss another captivating story. Thanks for watching.